Whenever I have a creator's block, I always check my crystal sphere for inspiration. And there's my inspiration. Let's get started. I love it when nail technicians turn into inventors, and that's exactly what my friend Celina Rydén has done. So she has sent me this deck of cards, I guess, like tarot cards. That's why I thought this would be kind of fun. So I'm just going to read what she says on how to use it. First of all, she says, do whatever you want, in quotes. Have you ever been in a situation where you need to come up with something super creative on the spot and your brain conveniently decides to close up and leave for the day? I can just hear her now with that cute little accent. This is how the idea of this card deck came to life. Whenever you need a creative helping hand, pull out this deck and magically feel the inspiration returning. Okay, so the first one is the color cards. So we're going to flip it over and see what colors we are working with today. Oh, very moody and strong, right? Okay, and the next category is word cards. There'll be inspiration behind, this fits the theme perfectly. Dark, mysterious, night sky, sparkly, and magical. Wow, that fit for today. Okay, and let's see, this one is 20 element cards. Oh, okay. So these are like imageries or the feeling of you have those pieces you could put in. Okay, I'm just going to see, I never did read the other side. So she says, yeah, set out the different selections and put it in the pile. Pull one from, even let the client choose. Okay, so I'm on the same track as her. You can choose and pull the card from every pile as you like. Okay, so use it on your own, prepare in advance. That's a good idea. You could actually do this before the client arrives if you're not inspired and collect all the products because that is a thing, right? You gotta make sure you have these kind of products. Okay, this definitely is setting a tone for what we want. Okay, now the next one is shape card. Okay, I wonder what we're gonna get for shape. Oval, okay, I can work with that. And this one is an accent card. Okay, so we got 3 accents to choose from. This section is optional, but I guess it's all optional. But personally, I'd like to ask my do whatever your client wants to choose the metal accent if they like. Okay. Oh yeah, you can do it in studs, stripes, chrome, I suppose. Let's see what we got. What do you think it's going to be, Karpman? You got any gut feeling? Anything inspiration? Just like, do you have any intuition whatsoever, Karpman?
No, I have no intuition.
Come on now, just pick between gold, rose gold, and silver.
Gold.
You had some intuition there. Very good. I'm a little surprised. It's magical, like it says right here. Mysterious, just like it says on here. I don't have all these at my fingertips, so I gotta think for a second what that might look like, but it's definitely giving me some ideas now of what I can do. Okay, so with the magic of my crystal sphere, let the products appear. I've gathered everything that is on the cards, and sometimes you got to improvise, and that's okay. Okay, so I've got the colors, the magic, and the mysteriousness, and I got some moons actually. Gonna do this shape, and I even got some gold. So sometimes when you're, like I said, this is supposed to inspire you. So sometimes when you're doing it, you have an idea, maybe it's giving me an idea, but we're gonna play and see what we come up with. Okay, so I am going to put this on here, but I'm gonna get rid of this because yes, I have a lot of rings. We'll see if the other ones irritate me before I take them off too. Sometimes it's hard to do. So I'm just gonna buff up. I'll do 1 finger complete, and then I'll do the rest before we do the final photo. And if you're new to nails, I am just prepping my natural nail. This is one of the most, it's all important. All the steps are important. But if you're having any lifting, this will most likely be the reason, your preparation. Okay, get rid of the dust. Okay, I'm going to prep and prime. So I've got my Let's Prep. This is a dehydrator, a cleanser, and you can be very liberal with this. Now my bond, let's bond. You want to be a little more careful. Primer is a product you don't want to oversaturate and you don't want to get onto the skin. So let it sort of expand outward as you apply it. Okay, I'm gonna get my form on. Okay, so I'm going to go long, mainly because I want to get some stuff in it. You can do it with shorter nails. You just have to think much smaller, but I'm gonna just go long. It just seems to go with the theme of, you know, the whole set here. I think long is very suiting for this. And, you know, we can see it a bit better and we can get a lot of stuff in it. Okay, so I am going to do acrylic for no particular reason other than I haven't done a nice acrylic set for a while. It's my fave. I love it. You know what I haven't done in a long time, Karpman?
No. Oh, yeah. You haven't been unboxing so much.
That's what it is, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to start with white. It's on the card. And I am going to get my brush nice and saturated. Okay, so I'm going to apply the white directly. So it's going to be white from the cuticle outward. Now, whenever I do a color, any color, except a nude, a light pink, I always put a thin layer of acrylic on my nail first, being a clear or a nude color that matches the skin tone. I did a whole video on it, how to protect your natural nail. So there already is a layer of that on here. So I can go ahead and put the white on that. I'm telling you because if you see me putting the white on, you might think that that's natural nail and you'd be like, what? Okay, so I am going to apply the white. Now I am going to extend the white right over top. I'm going to extend my entire nail bed, you know, in a fake way. And I'm going to bring that nail bed. We're going to do a French for this because the card says mysterious, sparkly, and dark. So I'm starting with the light color and I am going to go to a dark, but I'm going to do it. You know, I've never done this nail before. So I really wanted to try it. So this, the cards must have known that. Clearly it's come up. So I'm going to extend this French. This is called a reverse French. And when I extend it, I make it high. You want to extend it right near the apex. The reason for that is because of the next step. Okay, we're going to let this harden. We're going to let it cure. And then we're going to file it to a nice crisp line. Okay, so now it's nice and cured. And now you can take the form off, but then you have to reform it again because you want to extend it. But you can do this with the form on. And when you might get really good at it that you don't have to do this at all. But I think as a security blanket, we all tend to do it. We just want to crisp it up a little. And that's partially... Did you hear that cat crying?
Oh, that's Butternut. She wants attention.
Oh, Butters. And we do tend to want to do this because it self-levels a tiny little bit. As it's drying, it sort of softens a little bit. So it does get a bit of a softer edge. And that's why crisping this up does kind of give it a nice crisp edge. That should do it. Okay, we'll dust that off. Now, because I'm working with acrylic, I'm going to do this next step with acrylic. Some do it with gel, and it's very effective too. So I'm just going to get a tiny little bit of acrylic of black. It's on the card. So we're hitting the next color, and I'm putting that up against. I'm going to bring it right down the side into my high smiley point. And I'm going to go all the way around. Right up on the side as far as I can go. And then I'm going to bring it down. You know, it's funny, I see little bits of red in there, but it's not glitter. It looks like glitter. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's a red light. It's the mood that we've set. I can see it sparkling right on. Okay, now I'm going to get a little bit of black. We're talking tiny beads here, like maybe a half a size of rice or smaller. Get it right up on the side there. And I'm going to make sure that I have, let's turn it this way. Now you can see that red. Can you see the red? It looks like a glitter. Now I am going to extend this black out a little bit. Just turn it sideways, make sure, yeah, that's looking good. And ooh, that might be a bit big. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure it's fully out onto the side there. I think I'm just gonna fade it off a little. Oh, I have to remember, this is long oval. I gotta stick with my shape, right? My brain is just going to stiletto, but I've got to make this a oval. So we're gonna come a little bit more straight on the side. I'm just gonna add a little bit more there on the side because this is getting kind of stiletto-y. I mean, again, you don't have to do exactly what it says there, but some of the things, I'm not gonna do all those colors, so I'm gonna honor the oval. There we go. Get that right out. This might be a little shy on this side. So I just widened it a little bit so we can stay true to the oval. Nice. Okay. Now the tip color, I'm going to use some of these acrylics here. Let me see if we can use this kind of creamy taupe color. I call it Best Wishes, Warmest Regards. Do you know what that's from, Karpman?
No, I don't.
I called this collection after a couple of my favorite sitcoms. So the little phrases in there, like Best Wishes, Warmest Regards, is from
Schitt's Creek.
Good, very good. Okay, ooh, oh, that's looking good. So I'm just going to clean my brush off. I don't want to have any residue of black in there at all when I go to get a lighter color. That's why if you're doing all hands, we're just having fun with the one right now, sort of setting our design before I do the other four. So when you are doing them all, you would do all your whites, then do all your blacks if that's what you're going to do, because black can leave quite a residue and you don't want to go back and forth because then you just waste monomer cleaning it. Okay, I'm just going to get a little bead of this sort of creamy taupe color. Oopsie. Didn't touch down good enough. Now I got to remember to stay oval. Don't go stiletto. I want it to blend just a little bit more. So I'm going to put a little there, put a little there. That is a little. And just sort of try to give it not such a like a cut off look, just a little bit more, you know, like a soft line and an uneven line. Okay, that looks great. Okay, so now I'm going to add the mysterious, the sparkly, and the magic. That's the second card. So the first card, I got like that taupey gray color. I got my white, I got the black, and now I'm working into this dark, mysterious, sparkly, and magical. So, and the moon. I'm going to do the moon too. So I've got these little sparkles in here. I'm just going to get some stars, and there's the moon. Just going to put it on this paper towel. Just going to shake a few out. I don't need too many. Okay, shake a few moons out. Give it a little nudge. Okay. And I'm going to use this Mylar. I'll put that right there. And I don't know if I'm going to use this. It shows kind of pinky, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it'll show that in the final thing. But I do like some of the sparkles it has to offer. Okay. So how I get this is I literally just go in with a wet brush. And the wet brush is slightly wet. I mean, I might not even have to wet it depending on how long it was sitting there for. So I'm just going to wet. The acrylic is drying by the time we're getting to it. So I'm going to just get a few. Stick them in there. Just adds that magic, doesn't it? Look at that. That is definitely adding some magic. And now I'm going to get some of the Mylar. Now the Mylar does have a tinge of kind of that yellowy gold kind of light. So I may not need any other gold in here. That might give us the gold that we need to complete the motivational cards, right? I do like this Mylar though. Isn't that nice? That's really pretty. Just gonna put a little more there. Now to pick up the moon and the star, they're a little bit heavier. Sometimes they're made up a little bit thicker. I'm gonna get just a little tiny dab of acrylic. Then I pick up my moon. And then I pick it up this way and then I turn my brush over and I'm going to place it acrylic side down. Just snuggle it right in there. Picking up a star. I attached it with the acrylic and then I'm going to turn my brush and I'm placing it acrylic side down. And I'm going to do it again. Being very strategic where I'm placing the star. And maybe I'll do a moon too. I think there's enough on there to hold that. So cute. How adorbs. So now I'm just going to clear cap it. So I just need a big bead. I do kind of wait a few seconds just to make sure that those stars and the moon are secured in there, because if I clear cap it too quickly and I press down, it could move it out of position if you're very specific on where you placed it, right? That should be good though. I've talked long enough. It should be set up a little bit. I'm going to get a very large bead of acrylic clear. And again, you don't have to do this in a giant bead. You can do it in 10 little ones if you'd rather. And I'm just going to make sure that that clear is all the way up the side. You can actually go right over top of the white and everything, right? Okay, now we just wait for that to cure about a minute and then I'm going to file. Okay, I filed it all up. And you know, I've forgotten how fun oval was to do. I've been so focused on stiletto long for so long, and coffin as well, that sometimes you forget the other shapes. You get kind of focused on it, but that's what these things are also good for, these cards, is it makes you kind of revisit something maybe you kind of didn't do for a while. But look at it. It's so pretty. I love that. Okay, let's get the top coat on it. I like that shape a lot. I actually do like it. It's pretty. Okay, let's put the top coat on it. It's weird working with rings. I'm used to not having any rings. Okay, so I'm excited about the top coat because you know why. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, mummy. Look how pretty that is. I've never actually done this design. I've seen some people doing it, and they're just gorgeous out there with that black underneath kind of highlight. It's really cool. I haven't done it yet, but I'm glad I got a chance to try it. Very pretty. Okay, we're gonna do the other ones, but we're gonna time lapse it. So you don't have to wait for me to build it. You're just gonna see them kind of, let's go. Okay, I just shaped them all up. Let's take the dust off them and do my favorite part, the top coat. I like to liken it to the reveal part. That's when it starts to show all the beautiful little things we put in, all the stuff. Okay, this is always my favorite part. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just love it. So pretty. Just pops. That's a really cool design. I didn't think of it. I've seen it many times. Oh, look at this one. Look at that, eh?
Yeah, dazzling.
Nice. So pretty. So I did put colored ends, different colors, but it's very, very subtle. This one's yellow on the end. Looks nice with the black. I love the white too. It's so pretty. And the ring finger, I just left it black, like so that it did the accent, right? Okay, now the index one, I did my acrylic color called Fold in the Cheese. Oh, again, very subtle, but so pretty. Oh, wow. Isn't that pretty? I have never done that before, and that was fun. Honestly, I don't know that I would if it wasn't for the cards. Okay, let's take a look at the reveals of what the cards told us to do. This is a great idea. Sometimes the clients will come in and they won't really have an idea of what they want either. They might not have seen a picture or married to one and they just can't figure it out. This is a great idea to pop these out and take elements that you want to do from it, that you know that you had the stuff, right? But this is a really fun idea for you and your client to come up with a great design. Look what we did together. I just love it. If you want to catch Celina, when I first had her on my channel, we did a great video. She actually taught me about the sandwich technique that she likes to use. It's very cool. I love it. Check it out.